far as the album, this new album is dope. Money changes everything, and it's by D2Real. So we like I said, I had to sit down. He's here in the virtual building. Let's go ahead and get to it right now. I'll be right back with more exclusive of the mixes. So let's get into it. Let's run it. Hello, my people. Welcome back to the Kinetic MIXX show with your host DJ Potential on the WTLB. This broadcast Transform You Radio. I want you guys to picture for a moment, what it would be like, if you was to just be able to, connect with someone who had the opportunity to actually catch the attention of like the hip hop veteran himself, Uncle Murda. So I got that person right here with me. He's right here with me in real life, Dee2Real. He has a new project out. Money changes everything. And like one of my favorites, like I was just telling him on the other side, out the mud, really stands out. It's one that's going to connect with you. But he has one that's really hidden Spotify right now. And really popular, Racks on Me. That's real hot joint too. So connect with my boy. Let's hear what he got to say. Get your ears glued to the screen if you're watching. Get your ears glued to the speakers if you happen to be listening. So what's going on, D2Real?
Nothing much. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, man. So like I said a few things about you, but in your own words, tell us a little bit just about yourself and where you coming from, man.
I come from LaGrange, Georgia. I'm a rapper, songwriter, and I've been chasing music forever. But 2019, I was heavy on the songwriting part, and I was maneuvering it, and that's how I got to meet some of the people that I met in the industry before I released my debut project, Money Changes Everything.
Yeah, hey, man, it's kind of ironic, just like the mere fact that you got your start in the writing part of the industry, and there's a lot of people that's more comfortable like just staying behind the scenes. It like for you, the writing part, was that something that that you kind of picked up along the way, and then you kind of like decided just to perfect that first before like kind of making that jump, or it's like, okay, I really didn't want to rap, so but I did love writing, and now you kind of feel like comfortable now just rapping.
To be honest, I always rap, but I never wanted to be a rapper. Like I had
Yeah.
like regular dreams of being like a wrestler, football player, but
Yeah.
being in the music industry costs a lot. So I always rap, but I never had no money to fund it. So I just thought I could write for people. And then I actually started out writing for my cousin, but she never took it serious. But one of the songs I wrote was so hard, and I knew she wasn't going to do that to read it. So I just started sending out the reference tracks to a bunch of people. And then I started getting callbacks, and then one thing led to another. And that's how I'm able to fund my music career now.
Yeah, one thing that like I noticed is like in this industry, when you start helping out other people, you can usually get some traction, a lot more faster. When people like noticing that like you helping somebody else out, versus like when you
Most
start,
definitely.
when you start out like trying to like do something for yourself, it's like, oh, like who is who?
But that's the power of the universe, though. Like
Yeah, it
when people
is.
see that you can add value to them, they more quickly to work with you.
Right,
So
right. Yeah, so I think it was real smart, that you had this approach first, and I don't think it's by no accident now. So like just with that work originally, what type of music was you writing?
uh, it's nothing like my music. I like if
Yeah.
I tell you that you'll be shocked, but it's not just like it's more like love song or female record turn up song, but it's nothing like my catalog. It's just like I can tap into other people and then use their personality to make a song, but it's nothing like my music that I was writing for other people. I don't even write my own music, but when I
Yeah.
not to cut you off, I punch in my music. But when I write for somebody else, I like to take the time to write it so they can have the lyrics in front of them too.
Well, that's true art though, and but like if we really listen to your work front and back, we might be able to like catch a hint of like some of like your artistic background, especially like with some of the choices of like some of the sounds that you tend to like rock with, and like your lyrics on top of, because I was kind of listening to like, some of this got like, really got like a real R&B vibe to it, even though you putting something hard on top of it.
Yeah, that's why I like. I grew up with my grandma a lot, so she playing Luther Vandross and all that kind of music. It influence. So a nice sample or like a slow beat is like the best to tell a story about it, especially if you got something to say.
Yeah, and you do. I noticed that you do bring a story to your tracks, and that's real important. So speaking of like just like who you was listening to growing up, uh, so like you heard Luther Vandross, shout out to Luther, man, R.I.P. So like, was there anybody else you was like really rocking to or listening to as you was growing up?
Um, it's crazy because like I'm a fan of music, so like growing up, like 2008, everybody wanted to be like Soldier Boy. So when I was, so my grandma was playing Luther Vandross, even though I was familiar with it, I was kind of rejected because Soldier Boy and Bow Wow was the coolest thing. But when I
Yeah.
got older, I was able to appreciate the older songs that she was putting me on, like the Temptations and all that. But like Soldier Boy was definitely like the coolest person to me when I was in middle school.
Yeah, no doubt. And like, man, it's something about something about like that time period too, and and just like the other day, Drake just gave a huge shout out to like Bow Wow putting him on.
Yeah, I
Bow
see
Wow,
what.
like yeah, like man, so Bow Wow, definitely, he is OG, he is GOAT. He definitely, there's a lot of stuff that like people still to this day can reference back to, from Bow Wow and Soldier Boy, like that culture, that the culture time period, really set the tone for like what, kind of what we seeing now.
Exactly, especially the way Soldier Boy used the internet to market
Yeah,
himself.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you don't copy that blueprint, you definitely, you're not in it. You don't know.
Especially
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, exactly. So like what so what's been like kind of like your plan like moving forward like with like how you getting your sounds out there um now to like to the masses now. I know you started, you got the interview now with me, but like how you been doing, are you like campaigning in any other avenues?
Right now, I'm just trying to go on press run and do as much media as I can. I'm working with an agency. They set up press for me, and basically it's the independent grind. COVID really kind of messed everything up for me because in 2019 I was supposed to sign Uncle Murda, and then this
Yeah.
COVID thing messed up everything. So now it's like, how do you even promote music? Like I'm trying to figure out, and I got an agency, but at the end of the day, I want to know what's going on so I can maneuver myself.
Right. Do you think that like looking back on that offer, through with Uncle Murder, do you feel like you made the best decision, for like just yourself and like your music?
Uh, I feel like everything comes full circle. Once again,
Mhm.
like I got different time periods in my life where I listen to certain stuff. Like it was a time in my life where I lived in New York in the same neighborhood Uncle Murder from, and he was like somebody I looked up to. And on my song Rats will be the female featuring on that song is his
Yeah,
artist. So I feel like whatever we meant to do gonna happen in the future. It's all about timing.
yeah. Um, and surprisingly, there's still a lot of people still like signing to like other other big name artists is, surprisingly, you starting to you seeing that now, um in this time now. And like what is what is your thoughts on that? Why you think that's like happening now?
Well, honestly, it's like when you're on ground zero, like the bigger artists are the people you look up to.
Mhm.
Like I don't know the head of Atlanta or Epic, but I do know Gucci Man, I do know Jeezy, I know Jay Z. So it's like somebody you familiar with, it's somebody you feel like can relate to your struggle. But in the perfect world, I feel like every artist want to stay independent. But if you gonna sign, you might as well sign to somebody that you look up to, somebody you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I can see that. It's more like be more like a mentorship. You know, more than
More than
anything.
anything, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's good, man. And and then like you say, you was able to still get one of his artists to feature, which is still powerful in itself because you know
That's my biggest song right now.
yeah, I
So
see that, because of course, that's still like a dual promotion happening at the same time, because like, she's trying to push it. And of course, like, his people gonna, support her and, and pushing it. So yeah, that's probably like like the fast track right way right now to like, push music, like, just grabbing those features, those important features. So you got some other people featuring on this as well. Tell us about who else you got featuring on this album.
oh yeah, I got my on the side. I got my blood cousin on the song "Self Made." He
Mhm.
on the first verse. I got my homie Trey Cash. She like he's one of the next big stars like on future level. I'm talking about already doing millions of views on World Star, been on BET. Like I honestly like he the next big star. And I got Joe Green who already established down here in Georgia doing his
Yeah.
thing. So it's like I'm shocked I was able to get some of the features that I have. You know,
Yeah, but right now, I mean, like, where you located at? You in Georgia, so like you in it's like black music capital right now. So, you know,
exactly,
so, yeah, I mean, you're not that far away from Atlanta, so like, just about a jump away. So, like,
exactly. An hour away, and like we can
yeah,
make anything happen.
yeah, exactly. So that's a real good position to be in right now. And like there's still magic going on, like despite the pandemic, and you guys still open up down there. Um,
Exactly. Not to cut you off, I feel like
yeah,
the pandemic actually gave me a career. If we
yeah,
being honest, because at first I was just, trying to push songs or trying to send songs out of the labels, and maybe I can get a quick check here, and maybe this artist like it. But now it's like I had time to sit down and just create a project, and I already got my next project almost done. So all I gotta do is just shoot the videos and keep promoting.
I like that. I like that, man. We're gonna be looking out for that one. Uh, Now, have you considered like doing any small events? I know that like people still trying to stay considerate of like the amount of people amount of capacity they have like at certain events they put on. And I know during the All-Star game, they there was still like a lot of parties still going on despite COVID.
Right now, like I'm willing to do anything. Like if somebody want me to show up tomorrow, I'm there. But I haven't did anything yet, just for the simple fact that like I just want to focus on getting the music out there
Mhm.
and having quality music and make sure when I do come to an event, instead of nobody knowing who I am, at least a couple people know who I am.
Right.
But it's all about pushing the music right now. And I guess the events can help that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to be that guy at the event that performing and everybody just standing there like, who is this guy?
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah. An invitation is better than just showing up, So like I feel you all the way on that, So yeah, you get an invitation, somebody wants you to sub headline or and they paying, why not? So, even if they not paying, they just want to put your name on the card, and then give you that
Exactly.
introduction, so that's good as well. Um, so, just, you talking, going back here a little bit in hearing what you said about how COVID has just given you just like a renewed sense about what you're doing with your music. Um, do you feel like most of the stuff that you're writing about, has been inspired from like just some time to like think, and then you pulling stories from like actual things that you have experienced, or these more so just stories that you're telling?
Everything that in my music is factual. Like you hear songs like Out the Mud talking about being broke and like my girlfriend think I'm cheap, but I'm out here trying to make something happen with the music. And
Right.
then you can hear songs like Rats on Me, but people think how can you make a song like Out the Mud and Rats on Me? Because it's times when you up and life when times you down. So it's been time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've been up in the pandemic. Then been time. It's like I had to go back and get it out the mud. So it's like all of this is based on reality, based on facts. It's just like different times during the pandemic.
And that's why like people can connect with this. That's what I'm saying. Like, people can connect with that so well, and like and just hearing it out your mouth, explaining it. And that's why these interviews are so big and so important, because when people actually hear it out the artist's mouth, and like and then it's put in that content, it's like, oh man, I really need to go back and hear the song now. Like,
Most definitely.
really need to put that on. When I am up, I really need to put that on. When I am down, I need to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, because
And,
yeah, go ahead.
not to cut you off, but it's all about a mood. Like it's times when if you work a regular 9 to 5 job, usually it's times like when you grind it out to payday,
Right.
then you got rats on you. Then see payday, and then you got to pay bills, and then or you go to the club, and then you back broke. So everybody can relate to it.
Exactly. So when you're not doing music, and none, and you're not like really focusing on music. I mean, but to me, I think for artists, that's usually on their mind most of the time. But what a day in the life look like for you?
Um, to be honest, like if it's not like I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in 3 years. Like music is literally how like this how I depend on ink, but it's like I'm into different stuff, but like I'm into stocks now. Like I'm like watching YouTube videos, so I'm real into stocks now. Or you can like it just depends. Or like if I'm not trying to make money or trying to like to grow as a person, I'm looking at stuff like conspiracy theories, aliens. Like I'm a
Yeah.
regular person
Oh
at
man,
the
you
end of
you
the
you dig aliens,
day.
man?
I'm trying to find out the
Yes.
Illuminati real. I'm trying to figure out everything as a
Yeah,
regular
man.
person.
Oh man, like dude, then you would love another show that I host. Then, hey, 'cause,
Most definitely,
I'm definitely into that. Yeah, so
got you.
yeah, you in good company there, because like yeah, a lot of people that follow me also like also into the aliens too. So we
But
talk about the aliens and the ghosts all the time. Like man,
the crazy thing is, me and my homie,
yeah,
Trey Cash, on this project.
yeah,
We can be up 5 o'clock in the morning just talking about like the universe or spirituality or like aliens.
right.
Like it is like at the end of the day, like we humans. So of course, if people think when you're an artist, like you just in this bubble or you're like perfect, but nah, you a regular person at the end of the day. I
Exactly.
just hope, I just hope when I blow up, I can still be the same, be done.
Yeah, exactly, man. And when you blow up, maybe the aliens be listening to you, what I'm saying? And so like, because
Hopefully, they
like
had the screens go
right.
up.
So, I always envision a day in like, when we actually gonna get the truth about what's going on, because like, and everybody was talking about that like last year, like, oh man, so much stuff can happen in 2020 when the aliens are coming. So like you were seeing that meme coming up a lot,
Oh yeah, but one thing I really wish, like Instead of them storming the Capitol, I wish they stormed Area 51. Just so I know.
Yeah, that's where they should have went. Exactly. That man, that would have been lit. So we was waiting on that, and I think we're gonna continue to wait on it. So
Hopefully not that long.
yeah, hopefully not that long. That place is just like closely secured, and like you never know what's going on in that place. And even the
Start the
people.
question: if you could break in the White House, you probably can break in Area 51.
You got to you got to it don't seem that impossible, like all that open space, man. I
Somebody
mean,
got to snuff it out before.
yeah, I mean, unless they just got some type of weapons, that's guarding that place, that's gonna take you clean out. So
I'm so paranoid. I think like they'll be checking you in the sky soon. You come in, like they'll see you coming.
yeah, that's what I think too. So they probably got some type of alien technology that they just stole, that's tracking you before you, like, miles before you even get pull up. So like,
Exactly.
yeah, indeed. So like, like, what is your future ambitions, like, for like your music, man? Like, so if we fast forward, like, maybe next year, or a year or two later, what do you see yourself, for the music?
Steps of what I want to do in life.
Mhm.
So it's like next year, I hopefully to be on a bigger level than I am now. Hopefully next year I can come back to your show and I provide more value than I'm providing now. But I do know my next project is called Good Dope Sell Itself, and that's what we're working on now. I'm trying to put it out. But it's like I'm just trying to level up each time you see me.
Okay, okay, I like that. And then far as, like, merch, are you working on merch, or do you got some
Uh,
merch that you already, like, got in mind?
this was actually a merch that I had limited edition.
Okay.
Um, it was for a campaign I was called Really Than My Ops campaign. That was just pre-hype this up, but that did pretty good. But right now I'm just trying to focus on the music, and then if it's demand for the merch, then I can just double back with it.
Yeah, because man, we love a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. So, like,
Really
that's why I'm always asking, like, hey, you got something, like, because like because I always snatch up something, like, to wear, man. Because I try to get away from, like, buying, like, like, the normal brands, and put on something
exactly,
exclusive and different. So I'm always look on the hunt for something, like, 'cause only thing I really rock is just hoodie, t-shirts, and
I'm the
then the
same
Bucks
way.
hat. Yeah.
But like that may be my downfall because I'm too regular. Like I don't try to just dress in the rapper clothes. I'm just like a regular person. So
Yeah,
maybe
but
I
I,
have to
I think
spice
I
it
think
up.
a lot of people can resonate with that, though, because especially the way times been, and I think once people pop out again, people gonna be like, man, I ain't buying no regular clothes, like. Yes.
Exactly. You got all them clothes. You can't go nowhere now.
No, you can't go nowhere, even if you do go somewhere, you're gonna be putting on something old.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not even gonna make sense. I mean, people getting stimulus checks, and they're not even going to buy clothes. They're going to buy, like, electronics and stuff like that.
Trying to keep on entertaining the house.
Exactly, exactly.
But that's
Uh,
another thing I like
yeah,
about the pandemic. People really see what matters now.
right,
Like
right.
we got so caught up in the race of just trying to compete with each other. We don't see that spending time at home with the family can be good. Like now you get to know who your partner is. Like if you can be dating somebody for 5 years, and y'all both working, and now you forced to deal with her every day. And you actually you really love her, stuff like that. So
Exactly. Yeah, like, man, it's a lot of people that have fell out of my life. So, like, because I found out, yeah. So, yeah, so it's been real different, and this new normal, like they call it, has really exposed a lot of different things and revealed a lot of different things, and the music that we get now is just, like, just, man, real amazing. Getting a lot of good new people coming up, and a lot of good people that's gonna get a shot now. Um, so, like, what is the message that you like, the biggest, like probably like the biggest message or biggest takeaway you want people to get from your music, like when they hear it for the first time, or like they hear it a couple times.
I want them to know that my music always gonna be based around being an underdog. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're a fan of my music, you're a fan of yourself. Because I'm not the richest person in the world. I'm not the most attractive person in the world. I'm the underdog. So that's what it is, the story of the underdog. And if when you gonna see me grow, like so as I grow, I want the fans to grow with me, let them know anything is possible. So why we can't be the people on top? So that's basically what it is. Like if you're a fan of my music, you basically a fan of yourself, especially if you're real with yourself.
Exactly. That's the most important thing. Like, whew, people need to continue to work on that, like that, being real with themselves, being authentic. It's not a lot of people who do that. Um, and then social media make it so easy to put on that pretend life, and
Um, that's why I call the project "Money Changes Everything."
mhm,
Because if you, even me, I'm imperfect. You
right,
hear
right.
me talk, you hear me contradict myself on purpose on the project. On the first song, Out the Mud, I say my Grammy speech, I'm thinking everybody that was fucking hating. And then on the song Self Made, when I started getting a little bit of money, I didn't care about the Grammy no more. I said, I don't give a fuck if I ever win the Grammy. Then on the first song, Out the Mud, I talk about being faithful. Too real, I'm talking about now I'm sleeping with women now, got a little
Mhm.
popularity now. So it's like, it's just, it's all about balancing yourself and stay true to yourself.
That's the tying message right there. So like that's like that really do tell like a true issue that everybody has, like with money, and you do see that, like that up and down in people characters, and like just like with when they dealing with money, so, and I think
Exactly.
that's like something like we all got to work on, however like it come out like in your individual self, no matter if like if it comes out like with some people, it's just like, okay, when I got money, I'm gonna go out and drink, whatever, and then when they come down, like, oh, they you think they the most holiest person ever, like, oh man, don't
Exactly.
bring that drink around me. Like, what? Like, you
But
were just turning up the other day, what you talking about?
I made a Facebook post
Yeah,
yesterday that said everybody want to be a rapper until they get money.
yeah,
Because when
exactly.
everybody broke, they want to rap. But when you got money, you don't want to spend money on promotion, beats, videos.
Uh-uh.
But when you broke, oh my god, I want to be a rapper, man. Little baby, look at them chains he got. He got mansion. But it's crazy how money can just change everything.
Yeah, because you gotta take that money and you gotta reinvest it back into your craft, so you can expand more, uh, so that like so that what you're doing can hold value, because like otherwise you just out here just putting out stuff, just to be putting it out. Like we got that problem real bad in my city. Like people just out here
Uh,
just rapping for
my city
clock.
too. My city too. Like I never want to be a local rapper. Like
Yeah.
everybody I work with, music wise, we might be from the same state, but we're not from the same area. Like I
Mhm.
never want to be tied into that local rapper box. Like that's why like I try my best to expand. And I don't
Hey,
want to be the guy 30 years old trying to rap still,
right,
passing
right.
out CDs.
Yeah, and that's good because like, man, when we look at like and one thing I like about Spotify, too, they tell you like who listening. You do got like a global audience already that's building. You got people in Amsterdam, that's listening to you. You got people in across the country that's listening to you, and that's that's solid. Because like, man, people I don't know, sometimes people mindset, stay like real small. They don't really want to like expand in that way, because like it's fear, or there's something else that's really blocking them from like really expanding. Whereas you got a bigger vision, you really going after your vision, and that's good, man. I really respect that.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So like, as we, come to a head here, like, is there anything in particular you want to put out there to the audience that, you probably didn't put out before, or like during this conversation at all that you like to say now?
I have a video on the way. Work It featuring my homie Trey Cash. That video dropping soon,
Mhm.
and I got some more visuals in the work, more press, like more everything. Just trying to get this music out there, and hopefully just inspire somebody to be their true self. If one person look at this and like, I might be a fan of this guy. That's a W for me. So
Nice, nice. Oh, indeed. So like, if they want to connect with you, and if they want to like check out the music, of course, I've been plugging Spotify,
you can check
So,
out
well, other than Spotify, of course they go check it out on Spotify. But again, other than that, is there anything, any place else they can check you out at?
Apple Music. We on all digital platforms. We on
Mhm.
Spinrilla. Um, I think my mixtapes, like we everywhere. You can find
Yeah,
me on Instagram at official Dee2Real. On Twitter, I just made my Twitter the other day, so I only got 2 followers, but it's Dee2Real 3. For some reason, everybody keep taking my name, so I can't just be Dee2Real.
yeah.
But that's
Okay.
right now. We're just trying to grow everything.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, so make sure y'all heard that. Make sure y'all hit that up right away. Hit those follow buttons, so we can get that follow count up, of course, and then definitely play that music, stream that music back and forth. Add it to your playlist if you a DJ. If you're not a DJ, you can add to your playlist, of course, because you want it to spin automatically when you are jamming out in the car. If you're jamming out in your house, cleaning up, whatever you're doing, it's good to have these tracks in rotation. As I told you, I was planning to, I'm a DJ. Actually, listen to the music. Sincere recommendation. So this is definitely a joint you want.
Shit.
Yes, sir. So that's all we got for you folks. Make sure you play this back a couple times so you can get all the information that was presented here today. Play it back a couple times, share it with a friend, share it with someone you don't know, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, notification button if you haven't been watching live on any other platform. Hit that comment, drop a comment. And the way you drop a comment, most people don't even know how to leave a comment. So, best way to do that is tell me how you feel about what you heard today. Simply put in there like D2Real. He was nice. D2Real. Well, I want to know more information. Don't put nothing bad in there. Just say I want to know more information. That tells me that there's something you missed, and that you need to know more information. So what I'll do, I'll pass that along to D2Real personally, and he'll chop it up with you. So that's all we
Most
got.
definitely.
And until next time, I'm DJ Potential on the Kinetic PE Mix Show. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love.
Keep your hands clean. I was the definition of hungry. Got tired of being broke. Me and my girl constantly argue. She get tired of me being broke.